You are watching this afternoon. We begin with matters fuel. Of course, this is a story that has created a lot of attention across the country, where Kenya has sharply raised the cost of petroleum with diesel prices rising. But let's just first take a look at the highlights and see what we have lined up for you this afternoon.
Pain at the pump as Kenyans react to the new fuel prices announced by EPRA, with petrol prices rising by 28 shillings while diesel goes up by 40 shillings in the latest review. The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission gives an update on voter registration exercise, clarifying on the transition from manual to electronic voter register. Also, State House formally issued with a 14-day notice to demolish a wall that has encroached on the Kirichwa Kubwa River riparian land. And Embu Governor Cecily Mbarire condemns the killing of 3 demonstrators during protests held in Ishiara town in Barren North constituency by locals over the deplorable state of Ishiara Level 4 hospital.
I strongly condemn the use of excessive force, including live ammunition against unarmed demonstrators.
And just to let you know, our sign language interpreter this afternoon is Angel Lois. And my name again is Leangari. Well, let's begin this afternoon. Kenya has sharply raised the cost of petroleum, with diesel prices rising by a record margin despite a fuel tax cut as the conflict in Iran pushes up global oil prices. In its latest review, the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority raised the cost of diesel by 40 shillings and 30 cents. The new price will now be 206 shillings and 97 cents per litre, while petrol rose by 28 shillings to cost 206 shillings and 84 cents, and kerosene is unchanged at 152 shillings and 78 cents. Well, according to EPRA, this reflected higher global oil and shipping costs, even as the government cut a value-added tax to 13% from 16%. The new prices will last until 14th May, when the next review is due. Fuel shortages have been reported in parts of the country, although the government insists stocks are sufficient and accuses some fuel companies of hoarding supplies. And while Kenyans, including motorists, have been reacting to the new fuel prices announced by EPRA, with petrol price rising by 28 shillings and while diesel by 40 shillings in the latest review releases yesterday. Our reporter Winfrey Obino is in Nairobi with the latest on the reactions. We know there's quite a lot that Kenyans are saying right now, Winfrey, but let's just hear from you. What are Kenyans saying this afternoon, given the new price hike on petrol?
Well, good afternoon to you, Leah, and indeed it has been less than 24 hours since the Energy, Petroleum Regulatory Authority increased fuel prices by a record high since this President William Ruto's regime took over. We have seen that diesel has gone up by 40 shillings and petrol has also gone up by almost 30 shillings, which is about 28 shillings, while kerosene remains unchanged. And this decision has really caused an uproar across the country. And for the better part of this morning, we've been traversing across the city, just checking on how travelers are faring on, how people are adjusting to the new prices. And we've just been able to notice that there are some passengers who have been stranded. They are not able to move because whatever they had budgeted for is not exactly what now is they're supposed to pay for the prices of fuel pumps. And you can, as you see right now, we are at the stage just next to Kencom building, and travel operations are just going on as usual. But just this is just a few minutes after the Matatu Owners Association actually announced a price increase of 25% for all transport operating vehicles. We have also been able to see that Inner Coach, which is one of the long distance flying route buses and shuttle, have also increased their prices heading to the western part of the country. And just as I'm standing right here, I am joined by one of the officials of the boda operators, because we also know boda operator has also been greatly affected by these price changes. Just tell us your name, the position you hold, and just tell us how are you going to adjust to these new prices as a sector?
Thank you so much. My name is Jafar Samia Yusuf. I am Digital Border Drivers and Delivery Association Vice Chairperson. And actually, we are very much in difficulties in terms of how the prices have been increased. And one of the mitigation that we have done is that we are going to put the burden to our clients. By that I mean we will have to increase the prices that were initially. A place where we go for 100 shillings, we are going to put it at around 50 shillings. That is one of the mitigation we are going to do, so that at least we can also support ourselves in terms of the distance. You know very well, we are working on up-hailing companies whereby they are not adjusting that segment. So for us, we are going to adjust on that segment, and I think the person who will have that pain will be our clients.
And by what percentage are you going to increase these prices? Because we've seen the matatu owners have actually just outrightly told us that they're increasing it by 25%. What about you as the boda sector?
Boda sector, we are going to increase by 50%. By that I mean a place of 100 shillings, we are going to put it at around 150 and above. So we are going to put at around 150%, because in terms of the prices of boda sometimes they are low. So we are going to increase by 50%.
And the taxi, do we call them the Uber, the hailing apps? How are you going to cushion and to ensure that all boda riders actually go home with something?
One of the mitigations that we're going to take is that we're going to have a sensitization in terms of telling our members that we are going to increase this amount of money, so that at least for them, we are going to talk to the clients. The clients means that any person who will be booking, will be tapping in terms of up-hailing companies, we will be notifying them. The amount that they are seeing on the platform is not the actual amount of money that we are going to use for that trip. We're going to increase by a place of 100 shillings, we're going to increase by around 150 shillings. So it's in terms of talking to the clients.
Okay. Thank you so much. Those are the sentiments from an official of the boda operators. But right here, I'm also joined by this gentleman who is actually working as a boda, and this is what he uses to feed his family. Tafadhali tueleze jina lako na utuambie hii mambo ya mafuta kuongezwa. Wewe unaionaje kama mwananchi wa kawaida?
Kwa majina anaitwa Kevin Waringa. Hii mambo ya mafuta kusema ukweli inatuumiza, kwa sababu vile wameiongeza hiyo pesa hatukukuwa tunai-expect. Tulikuwa tunatarajia kuwa itachezea venye naongezwanga na shilingi 5, shilingi 3. Hiyo tunajaribu kuongelesha customers wetu, wanajua kuwa mafuta imeongezwa, lakini imeongezwa kidogo. Lakini hiyo percentage imekuja juu sana, ambapo hatukuwa tuna-expect hiyo pesa itakuwa hivyo. Kwa sababu saa hii hata mtu anakuja hii town, ana-expect nimpeleke kwa stage ya kuconnect aende, anapata nimeongeza pesa ya kumpeleka kwa ile gari inampeleka up country. Akifika pale kwa ile gari tena anapata tena imeongezwa. Huyu Mkenya anakuwa disappointed na ile safari alikuwa na expect kuenda, ambapo serikali inafaa iconsider pia sisi ni wananchi na tunategemea that government, ambapo wakifanya kitu inafaa wafikirie before wafanye. That's why tuliwachagua pale juu watuangalie sisi tukiwa hapa chini, especially sisi ambapo hatuwezi wafikia. Kwa sababu kama saa hii mimi uniambie unitume mahali unanitumanga na ulinituma jana, saa hii ukinituma kama mlolongo lazima expect kuniongeza kitu, ambapo kama ni chakula ulikuwa na kuletea, obvious kwa ile argument yetu chakula yako itaharibika. Ambapo tunaomba tu serikali tafadhali mtuangalie kama wananchi, ili tuweze kucontrol uchumi yetu ya Kenya.
All right. Leah, those are the sentiments coming from a common mwananchi. They're just telling you the weight and the burden that they're going to feel for the next 1 month. Just hopefully waiting to see if EPRA will revise the fuel prices come next month, same day, same time. But as we've been here, we've documented a lot of human interest stories, just showing you how Kenyans have been stranded, how some businesses have stalled, and how others have actually had to dig deep into their pockets by borrowing to sustain their businesses because they were not anticipating the fuel price hikes. So back to you in studio, Leah.
Well, thank you so much, Winfrey Owino, for that update. That was Winfrey Owino, who is situated